So FIRST Robotics, it's an organization that helps equip high school students with the capabilities of leadership, of communication, of all kinds of STEM-related skills to move into these fields that they want to pursue in life. Every year, FIRST Robotics releases a worldwide competition to teams across the globe so that they can come up with a robot to solve a challenge that could be tossing massive yoga balls into giant nets. This could be throwing frisbees across a field. This could be moving cargo units from one place to another. The challenges are varied, the competitions are crazy. The object of doing this is teaching students how to adapt and overcome all kinds of different challenges in life by applying it while connecting it with STEM-related activities and using technology to overcome all these different issues.
Saturdays are long days. I come in weekdays. Sometimes it can be kind of laid back. Sometimes it can kind of be go, 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 get this piece fixed, do that. Sometimes we're just kind of sitting here like, well, I guess we can do this for now. But it's always really fun when we get the pieces that we're designing or the prototype pieces and just trying to figure out how we can make it better for the next week and the next week after that until we finally get our finished product. Being with the people is also fun. All the different creative minds coming all together to build one big robot that's gonna work and do awesome stuff.
So this year we have a very new team, but I am quite excited about that because a cool thing about having a new team full of people that don't know how to do everything, don't know how to always assemble a full robot, it's an opportunity to teach people and equip people with the knowledge and the skills that they're going to use later on in life.
You actually learn how to function as different portions of a full team. I may not be working directly with the mechanical group, but I have to at least work alongside them to make sure that what I am doing doesn't interfere with what they're doing and vice versa. It's the same with programming. I have to make sure that whatever we're doing, whatever we're hooking up, can actually be fully finished by the programmers. So there's a whole lot of making sure that you're communicating and working together and alongside each other, even if you're not on the portion of the team that is doing the other stuff.
You're building this robot for several months. You're putting in all this time and all this effort in meeting and talking and discussing strategy and tactics.
Boom, we get all the parts. Assemble this, reassemble that, take apart this, put this back together, and you're just like,
I'm doing this, this, and this, and it's actually kind of working out.
Competition is what made me stick with FIRST. It is like the biggest payoff ever. When I got to our first competition, we were in the Greater Pittsburgh Regional, and it all made sense. Like, I got there and there were these 40 other teams with tons of people and tons of robots, and there was music, and it was so cool. It was like a sport event, you know? It was like I went to a football game, but it was robots.
So you get the competition, you step in, and you're just blown away by how big something that seems so small actually is. You look at the pits, there's all these people scrambling around working on the robots, and you see all these cool designs. You're like, whoa, that's really ingenious. That's really smart. And people are like, oh wow, you did that. That's really cool. And you can just kind of talk robot.
It's still kind of wild to be there. There's so many different teams that all are super excited to be there, and they all want their chance to win. But at the same time, because amazing sportsmanship, they're also cheering on other teams.
I had never seen anything like it, and I was blown away. I was like, okay, I get it now. This is FIRST, This is what we're doing. This is FRC. That was what made me stick with the team. After I experienced that, I was like, I gotta do this again. Now that I know what's coming, now that I know what we're preparing for, what we're strategizing to do, I was so much more motivated to keep going. I knew the goal, I knew the end game. I had the excitement of a competition. What's gonna come next, Competition is the coolest experience you're gonna get, in my opinion.
When we found Biohazard, I was homeschooled and there wasn't anything like this in this area. And so for me, it was like, I like computers, I play some video games. There wasn't like a good outreach or a way for me to use those skills practically. And so I joined as a student. I really, really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I developed more than just technical skills. I enjoy public speaking and teamwork stuff, strategy, thinking analytically about things. And so when I went off to college, I still wanted to be plugged in as a mentor just so that I could give back to other students who were kind of in the same boat. They didn't quite have something they could plug into at school or at home, and so being able to provide that opportunity for them.
So how mentors help out the team is we have like a mechanical mentor or a marketing mentor. They basically assist with your area. So Troy is our mechanical mentor, but he does a lot of things around the team. But you can talk to him about like, well, we might need this or we might need to do this, and he can give you insight on, well, this might be the best way to do it, or give you suggestions on what you can do to help with an issue.
We get this one mentor who sees my design, he's like, I understand where you're going with that. So he ends up putting that into a CAD model where you can see it. And like, he presents the CAD model to everyone, they're like, whoa, that makes sense. That actually is doable. Like, that seems pretty cool. That's like pretty smart. It went from having this one design to poof, here's my design, let's go with it. And like, it was cool because I got to see not only like what I thought and what I wrote on paper, and actually seeing it in like a physical form and actually working, which was really, really a joy.
This team wouldn't survive without our strong support from actually students, their parents, the mentors, but finally sponsorships. These robots aren't cheap to make, and we have a number of different robot parts and frames and nuts and bolts sitting around, but every season the stuff will break. We need to buy new equipment, we change up our designs, and so actually being able to support that effort with sponsorship is super, super important.
To someone who is interested in joining a FRC team, it is such a great opportunity. It's about learning. When I joined, I knew nothing. I did not know how to use a drill. I did not know how to use a tape measure.
There's a lot of great opportunities to learn, even outside of the robotics competition.
Another really great reason to join an FRC team is it's a lot of fun. It's a cool experience. It's something I've never gotten anywhere else.
We went to an open house and I was like, wow, this is super cool. This looks super fun. But the thing is I was planning on doing mechanical at first. I wasn't planning on doing electrical at first. I was like, I want to build the main body of the robot. But then I learned how to do electrical and I liked it.